Good evening, guys. I'll just wait for a couple of minutes for people to join in. Okay, so welcome to the third and final session of Flutter Forward Extended. In the previous two sessions, our facilitator Debajyoti covered the basics of Flutter and Dart and started on a project with it. In today's final session, he is going to cover the integration of Firebase with your Flutter application. So now I'd like to welcome Debajyoti.
Hello everyone. I hope I
So
am
all
properly.
yours.
Yeah,
All the
thanks.
best.
Yeah. Uh, Hello everyone. So welcome to the last and final session of Flutter Forward Extended. So I hope you are having a great weekend so far. So so far in the previous two sessions, what we have covered is like what is Dart, what is Flutter, why to begin with Flutter. That was covered in the day one. Okay, so and in the day two, we have started building an app from scratch, which is a Note app, and we have done plenty of things like how to set up your Flutter project, how to build widgets, like what are the basic widgets, like how to build a layout and this simple stuff. So we are almost done with the UI building part. So there is a little bit remaining in the UI part that we will do today. And after that, we will do the most interesting part, that is integration of Firebase to your Flutter app. So yeah, without a further ado, let's begin. Let me share my screen. Yep, I think my screen is visible properly. Let me share it again. Yeah. So I think you all can see like the app we have built so far. So yesterday we have done till this. So I'm going to quickly revise like what was the things like we have gone through so far. Okay. So previously we created this project, and inside the leaf folder we basically created two folders. Basically one for screens and another for widgets. Inside screen we created two, like one home screen and one node details screen. Like this is the home screen that you can see here, and if I tap on any individual node, so this is the node details page that we have created here. And inside widgets folder there is a one widget currently, like you can see like the node card dot dart. Okay, so after that, so this is the node card. Okay. And yeah, this is it. And we have also gone through lots of things, like we have built this, we have gone through lots of widgets, like we have explored grid view dot builder, what parameter does it takes, and so much stuff. So after that, we will go through the integration of Firebase with Flutter, this Flutter app. But before that, there is a small part left. We will just finish that, and after that, we will create a Firebase project and connect it to our Flutter app. So Before that, like what should we do? Like there is like now the nodes are currently rendering. That this is a dummy data, right? Like I have created this dummy data and it's rendering here. But what we need is like we should need an option where everyone can like add your node, right? So what we will do, we will basically create a floating action button for this. So the floating action button we have to enter inside the scaffold widget. So inside the scaffold widget, there is something called floating action button. Yep. So this floating action button, if you hover on this, you can see like this floating action button is a widget. So if I initialize the floating action button here, you see this is floating action button, and you can also have some variants of it, right? Like if I click on dot, there is some variants like there is extended, large, small. Okay. So we will go with extended. For now, let me give this a void function for unreplace function. Let me minimize for level. What is level? Requires a widget, right? So we have to add a text here. So and that's good. Let me add const of it. So if I click on see, it's soft loading. As you can see, floating action button has been rendered here. Okay. So let me also add an icon here so that it looks a little good. So this icon parameter basically takes an icon widget. Inside the icon widget, we have some set of uh, material icons provided by the Flutter team. As you can see, like icons.add. So yeah, we will simply go with the icons.add icon. If I look on it, it will simply add an icon here. Okay. So now what we need to do, like when we click on this add notes button, like it should redirect me to a page where I can enter the node details, right? So that a new node will be rendered here. So what I will do is like, let me do one thing. I have to create a new screen for that. Okay? So let me create a screen. Will also be a step this widget. So use the snippet. This is editors click. And let me import the material.dart. Good, I think. For now, I will go with the scaffold. It's good. So the thing I will do now is like the onPress function which I have kept blank. Now I will add the functionality so that after clicking the button it will redirect it to a new screen, right? So let me do the navigator.push. It takes a context and the route as we have also done it previous in the day 2. Right, in the route we will do like the material page route. So this is a builder, so we know like builder takes the context, and now we need to specify the page where we are going to react. Okay, so let me import it. So note editor screen has been imported. So this part has been done. So if I now click to this add notes page, it should go to a new page, Like as you can see, like in this note editor screen, like this is just a blank scaffold. That's why this is rendering a empty white page. So now let's get on with it and build this uh, page actually. So what do we need? We have to specify the background color of it, right? So for background color, we need we have initialized the themes data previously. So what we will do is like we will just add some random color, okay, according to it. For that, let me do one thing. Theme data. Let me remove this constant part. This cards color. But therefore, like rendering a what do I say? Like any random color, I need a random color ID, right? Which is basically belong from the zero to the number of elements like that exist in the cards color list inside the themes file, right? So for that we need a variable. I will basically specify the color ID. Now we will use the random method. So for this random method, we have to import the start.math library. So inside it, we have a thing called next integer. I think yeah, this is the next integer. Inside that, we have to specify like what is the max reach of this that we want to generate for a random number. As you can hover over it, you can see all the details like in value random dot next int. If you specify value 10, the value will be between 0 and less than 10. So this it will be less than 10. That's important. So for that, that's easy for us. We will just do things data dot parts color dot length simply. Okay. So yeah, I think that's good. So now we have also access of the color ID thing. Now if I pass it, it's background color is I think okay. If I save it, I should see a different color. So as you can see, like the color ID is generated each time. So if I again save it, it will give me a different color. And say every time I'm doing control S, it will be giving me some different color. That's good, right? So after that, I will initialize the app bar. Inside the app bar, I have also the same background color thing, okay, which I will copy from here. That's the same thing will be here. After the background color, we will specify elevation 0, and also if we should give a title, right? What do we do? It's like simple, like we will give a text widget. I don't know. I'll save till now. Let's see what we have got. So everything is right. We can see like there is a add a note. Text is also visible, but it's white. So let me style it a bit. Styling it. We have style, and we have the text style. The text style thing we have the color parameter where I will simply put colors dot black. The same thing I will do for the icon theme so that the black button will also turn into black. Theme data is icon theme data. Also, I will also put select colors not black. So far so good. Everything is good. I think this thing is simple. And after that, we will go with the body part. Okay. So inside it, we should need some text field so that we can enter the text, right? So inside it, we first will be looking at column. As you know, the column takes a children parameter. Inside the children parameter, what it takes is basically you will add some text field, right? For adding an input field, there is a text field widget inside Flutter. So what we will do next? So next we will basically style it. So let me add some decoration. For adding decoration, like it has some property like input decoration, and we can see inside input decoration what we have is border. So we can continue border. So what I will do is input border dot none. This so after adding border, I need some text. Text will be no title. So after the node title, like what we have to do is like we should style it a bit. So after input decoration, I will just simply do the previous set theme what we have set before theme main title. I think. Now if I do like you can see like now if I click on keyboard comes up and I can type in anything. So our input field is working properly. Anything I click on the back button. Yeah. So let me get some padding from it. So the padding will be left thing. So let me padding. Rapid padding. So let's see. It's looking good. And now, important thing to discuss, like if you want to track like what you are entering in the input field, you need something called controller. Okay. So for initializing a controller, what we have is a text editing. So this is a type text editing controller. Text editing controller. Title controller. So that's it. That's how you have to initialize a text editing controller. Now, if I have to basically pick controller parameter, I have to just pass it. So this title controller has a parameter called text. So if I tap on this title controller text, I will get the access of like what I have entered in the input field. So far so good. So now what we have to do is like we need we need to show the date, right? So when our okay, so like when the note is being created. So what we will do, we should have a date variable here. So we will have a string date. Let's put date time. So this is thing how you access the current time in Flutter. So if you do getTime dot now, so the type of this is basically getTime. If you go on it, you can see the getTime. So for now, we will do is like we will convert to string so that we can render as a text widget. We are not formatting it further, but yeah, it will be. It is human readable at some context, so we will use it for now. So let me put it here. Now, if I style it, I have Teams data dot date title. As you can see, like the date has been entered here, like 2023 034. Today is 12th March, so that's the date. And after that, there is some number which is basically representing the millisecond record format. Ignore that one now. So now we should give some spacing at the top, I think. Height of pin format. I think we are good. So we need another text field now so that we can enter the node content. Okay. After giving us space or size blocks, we will just simply copy this text field and yeah, this the index will be node content, and if I change the style will be main content. And we have also changed the title to controller because we need a new controller for every input field. So I am giving it new content controller. I, so you can see, I think this is good. We can also type some jargon here. This page is also almost ready. So one thing is left, like we should add a action button to save it. Right? Let me add it. So after adding the on place, I should need a background color for it. So for the background color, I have to do image data dot color, and we also need a child here so that we can render a icon. Icon for save it. This will- yeah, I think we are done with the UI part so far. So let's get on with the let's get on with the what was it, like the Firebase integration part, right? So till now, any confusions, you can throw some questions in the chat box if you have. Till that time, let me show you like how to create a Firebase. Before that, I would like to show you like what Firebase is. So this is the console of Firebase. If I simply go to firebase.google.com, like you can check out their website, like what they provide. Like in a simple word, like if you want to integrate backend with your Flutter app, so there's no good way rather than Firebase. In the good way, I mean like the easiest way to integrate backend to your Flutter app is Firebase. Okay, so this is the thing. So Firebase is a backend as a service. So if you like go inside Firebase, you can like define different services they provide. Like you have the database service, you can have the authentication service. They also you can also deploy your websites in Firebase. You can do plenty of stuff like you can deploy your ML model there. There's various thing, and the good part is like if you want extended support, the Firebase is the extended version is Google Cloud Platform, and as you know, it's a full-fledged cloud platform. So you can also scale it that much more and uh, like get anything you you have to do. Okay. So that is Firebase for this thing right now. So you have to just create an account and you have to go to the console, right? So I have opened the console previously. So if you have to add some project, so Ecombit has written like, does it have pre-written backend templates? Not really. Like I shouldn't say it like templates, but uh, you have Firebase SDK, right? Like when you have to integrate Firebase in your Flutter app, you have to install some packages. We will do it a bit later. But yeah, inside the SDKs, the code is written, and that's why just you have to add some maybe 2 or 3 lines of code to basically implement some authentication or stuff. It's basically so much easy to implement a backend service in your app with Firebase. But if you do it with any custom backend service, like if you set up like with Node.js or something, like you like to probably write lines of code, which can be done within like maybe 10 lines in Firebase, right? And like the like Firebase was also developed by Google, so is Flutter. So the support and the compatibility between Flutter and Firebase is like pretty good. Like nothing can match that. Okay. So enough talk. I think we will add a new project now. So let me give a name for this. Like for this, I will go with Flutter Fire Notes. Content letters. Okay, so it can't take underscore. I think. So this is good. We will continue. It is saying that Google Analytics for your Flutter Firebase project. So we don't need Google Analytics for now. So it's creating the project. So for now, like what I will do is like I will add some packages now for integrating Firebase in my app. So previously, yesterday I have shown you like there is an extension called Popspec Assist where you can basically simply add the name of the dependency and it will uh, generally add it. Okay. So we need 2 packages for integrating Firebase for now, as we only need only integrating Firebase Firestore for now and using it as a database. We need a Firebase core package, which is basically the core service of Firebase. Like if you want to integrate any service of Firebase to your Flutter app, you have to have this package. The name is Firebase core. Okay. So that's it, and that will know the Flutter Puppet is running. I need another package. It's like Cloud Firestore. So both of the packages have been added. Okay. So let me set up the project further. So if you can see like your new project is ready. So I can do continue, and it should go to my project. So you can see like if you after creating a project, you have multiple options like how you can connect your like app to Firebase. There is also different options of Flutter, but we will go with Android for now. So as you can see, like this is the Android package name. If you open on it, like your package name is generally the application ID in your app level build profile. Okay, so we have to take that from our app. If I go to our build file, so one thing I have to show you, like if I type build header, so there is 2 build header files in your Flutter project. One is project level, one is app level. As you can see, this is the 2 files. So the below one is called project level, and the upper one is called app level. So this profile contains different like parameters, like you can say like HTTP versions and different stuff like much complicated things. But yeah, don't generally mess with these files. Good. Respond of time. But currently, what we have to do, we just have to need a application ID, right? So what is written here is generally application ID in your app level build file. So we have to take our application ID. So where is our application ID? Let me search it. Yeah, as you can see inside the default config thing, this is .com.example.node app underscore firebase. We have to copy this and enter this app nickname. So let me keep in file notes. Like this app, this thing will be specified throughout the Firebase console. That's it. So this thing is optional towards having certificate SH1. We are not integrating authentication for now, but if you use authentication, this thing you have to do. Okay? So we are registering the app. It's some time away. Yeah. So now it's basically generated the Google services.json package. So basically it contains the application ID and various IDs, which basically uh, like belongs to your Firebase projects now that you have created right now. So keep it private. Don't share it with anyone because if you are working with a production level app, like if anyone get a hold of it, you can basically do whatever. So, so yeah, let me download it first. And what it says like make your downloaded root services.json file in your module app level root directory. So what I have to do, I have to like and basically I have to drag it to the app level. Like inside Android there is a folder called app. So what I have to do, I have to just drag my this thing and push it. I think yeah, app inside this code inside this inside app. So yeah, it's perfectly placed and make sure to one thing you have to rename these things like you don't need this back tree or two written after the web services name, so you have to rename it and now it's good. So let us again go to the Firestore and if I do next, like these are some things that I have to change. Okay. Like where do I have to go right now? So this is called project level build file. Okay. So if I go right now, project level build file. First of all, let's do one thing. Let's clear out the files. So now if I go to build project level build so this is the project level build file. Now what I have to do is like add the dependency to the Google services build file. So nothing you have to like just follow the documentation and you are good to go. Okay. So dependency web services together. So inside the dependencies, I have to add it here. After that, what I have to do like all project repositories. Let me check. Inside the repositories, there is Google and Maven Central. All of it is available here. Uh, okay, it's written on my side. So Google and Maven Central is there, so no need to. Then we have to follow the next step. Okay. So like inside now we have to go in the app level build file. So inside app level build file, let me go over it. Inside app level build file, we have to change a couple of things. Like we have to add the Google services to the plugin. There is the plugin stuff. So I have to apply things in apply plugin. After that, what do I have to do? Dependencies. In dependencies, I have to add this thing. And there there is something where I have to go further. Let me check it. Like we need the minimum SDK version 19 for running it smoothly, and also we also have to add a parameter like multi takes in a year. So after doing all the settings, I think anything left. Let me check in the thing. So let me go next, and it's showing that yeah, you are ready. Go to the console. And so we have in the console. So we will be initializing Firestore database, right? So let me do one thing first. When the database is going to initialize, what I have to do is I have to basically initialize the app in our Flutter, right? So we have to do some changes in the main.dart. So as we have to change in the main function utils. So we provide it. What mean like as I'm using future. So what is a future? So future is basically when you are interacting with a database or a server, right, which is hosted remotely. So like the response you are getting, it can say take some time, right? Like it's not definite like after how much time you are getting the response back. So that's the future like which takes some time to execute of coding in simple words. Okay, so we have left in a future word async, and when you are using future, you have to do async. This async keywords basically represent that is a asynchronous task. So after this, we have to do some things like injects flutter bindings, but show initialized. It's just nothing. This is it. So what this line basically does is like uh, it basically keeps the apps binded with the Flutter engine, as basically works in the backend. And yeah, after that, what we have to do is like we have to add it initially in the Firebase. We have so Firebase thing we have to import. Like as you can see, import library package Firebase code Firebase code. Okay. So we have installed this package earlier. The Firebase thing is coming from there. So I've imported it and I was initialize app this shooter function. So we have added this await keyword. So basically it means like first uh, initialize like bind this app well with the Flutter engine. After that what you will do is like initialize the app. So as I have told earlier that this is an asynchronous task which can take some time depending on your internet speed and the server latency and many stuff. So we have to keep this await keyword. So what it basically does is basically in this line it will wait till the Firebase is initialized, then it will run the my app, which is like the whole app initialized. Okay. So this is the thing we have initialized so far. So far so good. Any questions so far like the setup of the Firebase, that how we have connected? You can ask it. No issue. Till that time, I should create a Firescope. Okay. So let me show you something. So if you go inside this build thing, so as you can see there is a lot of features in Firestore. Like you get authentication, you get Firestore database. You get basically two types of database. One is Firestore database, which is like normal database, and another is real-time database, where basically like you get real-time updates. Like as you know, like you have working on building a social media, right? So like what you need is like when you click on a app instance, like you like a post, and when your friend is using that app instance in other device, it should generally like update that like count real time. Okay, so your friend doesn't have to refresh it. So in that case we have to use this real time database. And so this is the thing. We have also storage like where we will upload, like if you want to upload any file like images like PDFs like videos and stuff, we can use storage, and we can also use hosting in Firebase, like there is function, machine learning, remote config, various of stuff. Okay, I'm not getting much into it. So our task is to add Firebase, sorry, Firestore. So like starting production mode, starting testing the thing over. So we have to choose location. Like you can go to me, but I'm choosing Mumbai for. So it's provisioning our cloud Firestore. Take some time. So the cloud Firestore has been initialized. Okay. So let me add some data which we will fetch and basically show you in real time. So what we will do, we will simply start collection. Inside collection, we should have name. Okay, collection. So what we will do, we will just give notes, and we are creating notes. As you can see, like the parent file is notes, and I will click on auto ID. Now we will give the fields. Okay, let me check what were the fields we were working on so far. So if I go on the home screen, like there is no title, there is creation time, color ID, no content. Okay. So let me add field one by one. So there is called one thing called new title. It's string like I will add some unique, and it will also have to specify the type like this is string. Okay. So if I save it, I can also add field here. Things like for the key pair names, like this is creation time, and let me give it a value for here to the let me add it. After that, there is called more content. Content for integrating Firebase with our Flutter. Good. After that, what we want is like we want another field which is color ID. So we have initialized color ID as integer, so we specify the number and just so this is the current structure for Firestore. Like you have a collection in the first place. It's like collection is like you can say a group. Like if you have a users collection inside user collection, you have various documents of different users. All of the document includes their unique user ID or you can say document ID particularly. And inside the document, they can have a different fields like here for our notes we have this field, but if you have a user collection, what you will have is like suppose username, user ID, blah 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 stuff. Okay. So good so far I think for now I'm writing just a minute. Okay. It's not waste too much time. So yeah, let's get back to the app. So what we are doing previously, like we were using this dummy nodes to fetch this like calendar button. But now what we need is like we want it real time so that we can fetch it from the Firestore database. So what we will do? we will simply comment out this part and rewrite this code again so that it fetches all the data from Firestore. So let me introduce it with a new type of feature, which is a stream builder. Just wait for some time. Yeah. So the stream builder. So what is a stream builder? So uh, if you know about stream, you could probably get it right. Stream is basically continuous flow of data. Okay. So what is future basically is future is basically a certain type of certain data which will come after some time. After some time. So stream is basically you can say flow of future. Okay, right. This is the minimal explanation I can give you so that you can get a hold of it. Okay. So this stream builder takes two parameter. I think it takes multiple parameters. So for now, like we will add the parameter for stream, like where what is the source of the data. So for source of the data, like what is our source? Our source is Firestore, right? So for that, we will use Firebase, Firestore, and we have to import our Firestore package, this thing, and we have to create an instance of Firebase Firestore. And after we create an instance, we have to specify that where, from where we are fetching the data. So we have a collection called nodes where we will basically fetch it. After specifying the path, we also have to create snapshots thing so that yeah. So snapshot basically what means like you are probably familiar with it like when you are like clicking photos like you can basically say like that's a snapshot, right? So what this method do basically it simply checks in your collection nodes and basically makes a photocopy of it, okay, and provide it to your stream builder. And inside the builder method, like what we will do is like that takes basically two parameter. One is context. We have previously discussed what is context, and basically uh, second parameter is what is the type of data it's used. Like when we are going to use stream builder, the type of data is async snapshot. Async snapshot, and we also have to specify the type. Like now, what we are fetching, like we are fetching from collection. So remember this thing, like when you are fetching something from collection, that you have to specify the type as query snapshot. Okay, so there is two things called query document snapshot and query snapshot. Inside, so for now we will use the query snapshot thing. But if you use like fetch any particular document inside a collection, then you have to use a query document snapshot. We will use it further sometime later. Okay, but for now we need query snapshot. After that, we need a name. Snapshot. After doing snapshot, I have to. So the good thing inside it, so this snapshot thing basically gives us the connection state character. So we will know like is the data has been fetched already, like is it fetching currently. So for that you can see like there are four parameters like connection state dot active, connection state dot done, connection state dot none, connection state dot waiting. So if connection state dot waiting, that means like it's loading. Okay. So for that purpose, we will return a circular progress indicator. Circular progress indicator. And we will wrap it with a center widget so that it comes in the center of the screen. So far so good. Let us also declare the other thing. So if our data has come already, okay, and we have to just the case like where we have data. So we have a property called snapshot that has data. Inside there where we will basically use it. So the code will be almost similar. So that for now, this I think I will get that one. So let me build it fair and from scratch. So integrate view in the first place. Yes, yesterday we are using review.builder. For now, as we don't know, like the VM that we are gonna have, so we are using the review. So as we were also doing previously, what we need, we have to like specify the cross axis count. The cross axis count basically defines like how many columns do you need in your grid. So we were going with two. So sliver to delegate with fixed cross axis count. It should come with the cross axis count parameter, and I should pass to. Next one is thing that after that, let me add the children's parameter. So now, like I have this snapshot parameter, right? Inside the snapshot parameter, I basically have all the data that I want. It's like all the nodes that I need. Okay. So what I will do is that I will simply type the snapshot thing. After typing snapshot, there is a parameter called data, and you'll get all the documents, like all the nodes you have inside the snapshot. Okay. If I do snapshot of data or docs, I basically get access with all the docs. So now if you see like what are the docs is like we currently have one document, but yeah, we'll do that. So if you have multiple documents basically with this parameter you will like get hold of all the documents. Now we are using the map method. So what does a map method does? It basically let's see all the items of the document area I must say. What we will use. So where we will use the node card, I think that so card widget is for now. So we have to change something. So inside the node card thing, like previously we have mentioned this node will be type map dynamic, map string dynamic, but not anymore because we are fetching it from file store. So for now, what we need it will be create document snapshot. Okay. I think we also have to import this out from the package. After that, what we will do, we will simply card needs some method. So we'll simply pass the card that we were using. So there we are typing here. So I think this thing list has been done. So like inside children, you needed a list of widgets, right? So that's why after mapping all the documents, we have to convert it to a list so that it justify the children. So after doing the node parameter, we also need something called onTap. Inside the onTap method, we will error. Yeah, so we have basically gone through both of the cases, like when our connection state is waiting, and also we have gone through the case where we have data. So suppose like we don't have any data, okay. So for that case, what we will do, we will simply return from this is good, and also I would like to wrap it with a center widget so that it goes through. Great stuff so far. You need it out. You can ask it. And also, let's see. Do we have any error? Let's see. Let me restart it once again. Network status function. I'd like to run this again. Let's wait for some time. For multi-days, multi-days, I think beside this parameter, I have to add this dependency also. Let's see if that fixes the error. Will then let us write our contact function. So what we need a push method so that when clicking on a card, we get to its this page. Till then, let it load properly. If I click the page now, taking some time. Control page now. Inside control page now. Yeah, let it build first. Okay, we will go. Yeah. Some is taking too much time. Just enters to your things can't be. Wait 1 minute. If that doesn't start, I think we will start with it. Yeah, so let's start again. Hope this runs this time. Just wait for a minute, I think. app has built. Let's see if it doesn't throw any error now. Okay, so we got some new error. So this is saying that unbounded height. Constant or has bounded height. So what we have to do? We have to simply wrap it with an expanded widget. So what does the expanded widget does? Expanded basically expanded with the full width. Okay? So that we specify that it contains the full on-screen width. If I start it now, start it again. Yeah. So finally we got a hold of our app, and congratulations, like the node data has been fetched from the Firestore. Okay. So if I like, you can see like the first node during Firebase with a Flutter app. So all of this is coming from here. You can see that first node, this is including first and state. So the integration part of Firestore is done. Now we have to work on the adding document part. Okay. So for now, what we will do, we will just simply add on a method which it's a builder method where I have to pass the context, and after that I have to specify the path, like where it will basically like show, like it's a new trigger screen. I think we have to let's do it's like inside the monitor we will also pass part that we have passed inside. So inside of node details also we have to also change the same key. Like we have to also pass the query document snapshot as we are fetching currently from the Firestore. Okay. So to enter a this part is also done. Let me remove this stuff. So expand things like that were previously hard coded, and let me also remove this for now. We will remove it at the end. So for now, what we have is like if we click on this thing, we should redirect it to the details page. The one thing we are left with is this adding nodes page. Okay, so let us work on this. A simple thing is remaining, which we will do right now. So if we go on the node editor thing, so where is the node editor thing, right? Inside it, inside the onPress function, we have to write the code so that it got saved in the database. Okay. So for adding uh, same thing in Firestore, like we need the same method, like to instantiate the file with Firestore first. Import it. Oops. There is a mistake here. Now I have to instantiate it. Same thing, we have to target the collection, target means nodes, and now if you click on dot, you get a ton of methods like you can add, you can document in that, you can get and many things. Okay, so for this thing, I would like to show you a great documentation site. Okay, so if you go to the Flutter Fire website, firebase.flutter.dev. So this is basically for integrating Firebase into your Flutter app. So you get all of the functionalities of Firebase with a great documentation. Like, you don't even need to go through any video if you have this documentation. You have all of it if you want to use Cloud Firestore usage like you see, like this connection difference and stuff. You will also see how to use stream builder like I did here. I have to stream builder query snapshot alongside these things. Okay, so you anytime you have some problem with your Firestore and Flutter, you can simply refer to this website. Let us get back to it. So after instantiating it, we need the add method to add a document in the first place. So this add method basically, as you can see, like accepts map string dynamic. So we have to pass the data in a JSON form. JSON means simply your map, what we have discussed previously and used several times. So now we have to pass it. So first we have to pass the new title. So make sure the title you are adding here is what do I say, is simply matching with your its parameters like no title, no content with all the casing and all the underscore stuff. If you set it differently, like you will have great problem while fetching the data. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if I note title, so note title I have told you previously. For this note title text field, we have already initialized this title controller. So if I have this title controller here and dot text method, we will simply got the access of the note title. Okay. So we have some other fields. Let me check it. I think using here creation time it is. Time we will simply pass in the date, and for note content, let me check if it was note content or not. It was not content. So we have again a controller for this. It's like content controller maybe. Control controller dot text. After doing that, we should pass some color ID. So I think the color ID variable name is this. So what is it saying here? And this thing. Let's update this. Okay. This semicolon. Yeah, so I think this is it. So this, like these lines of code, only these 3 or 4 lines of code, you need to basically add something in your database. Okay, like this is this simple. And for some good practices, there is something called try catch block. I think if you have used it previously, you are familiar with it. So what try catch block is basically like if I pass this thing inside the try block, and like if suppose like it doesn't get executed, okay, so I can basically print the error so that I can know like what where the error is occurring and why my response is not coming. So I think this is it. Now control should work. So let's test it. I think it should work now. So I don't know that I'm typing here. So if I type second title and also at the end, it is for testing purpose. So if you click on the save button, it should store inside the Firestore database. If I click on it, uh, it should save. Like if I go back, as you have see like here now, a second title have been like rendered here already. So if you have any doubt, you can anytime go with your Firestore console, and you can see like there is currently like two documents. One is second title and another is first name, okay, which is rendered here. Second title, first name. So I think that's it. You have successfully built the app for like you can add another example now. Third note. I am not going to type a long sentence here. So if I click on the save, it should save. Like you can see, like it gone within a fraction of milliseconds. Okay, so the response is very much fast and it's rendered in real time. So I think this is the app we were building for the last 2 days. For the first days, we were like just laying out the foundation, but yeah, it was a great journey. So if you have like followed me from the first day, and like for those also who are doing it later on, if you go through this tutorial, like practice is hands-on, so I would suggest you after building it in this way, don't like keep it. Like you can also add some additional features here, like you can delete a note, you can basically customize a note, you can also add some other features like where users can specify what type of color they want to show in the note, like various things, okay, so that when you deliver it in any interview or any like anything, when you are getting hired, so it looks more appealing to your interview, right? So that's it. I think we have successfully integrated the Flutter app, Firebase into our Flutter app, and yeah. So any questions so far? If there is any question, you can ask it in the chat. Yes, I think.
Debajyoti, I think Ekam has asked a question in the comment.
Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I have already answered it. The
Oh, cool.
backend of this part.
Okay, so I think we are done with the Flutter Forward extended session. Hope you guys learned a lot about Flutter development and integrating it with Firebase. So if you have any further doubts, you can ask it in the Telegram group, or you can also post it in the comment box below. So thank you.
Bye, guys.